We have some minutes, okay? And we should continue our lecture. Okay, telephone. Results. In the next week, we will talk about each segment of a scientific article, and we will discuss about each. And now I want what is results in your article. Results, it's a main segments and general chapters of original articles. But review articles sometimes have results, but sometimes in a review article, discussion is a very important part of article. The results obtained should follow the objectives of the study, illustrating them with figures and tables and text. Now I will talk about golden rules for present your results. You can present to readers or to listeners of your presentation. You can present your results with text, with tables, and with figures. But gold rules talks us that very nice and very logical if we will present our results with text, with tables, and with graphs together. But sometimes it's very difficult. Original and published results should describe only relevant information, avoiding data repetitions. Results should not include data interpretation or opinions. Anatomy of summary results. You can see a screen of searching information, and this structure, like a structure of references, and this presentation isn't a full presentation of structure of articles, and we will talk about this. And it's very, very important because it's help you. It will be a plan of your action when we will want to print your research, because we researcher has, we talked about this, we have told about that in next lecture, yes, in previous hour. And we researchers has indicators, yes, and readers must be comparative one researchers with another researchers, and a product of our experience are our articles, because each specialist of medical areas, each researchers, each scientists must be prepare research. But good research without published isn't good for us. Print texts, prepare and compose graphs, compose tables. It's a spatial skills of researchers. It's very, very important. And about this, we will talk in the frame of this subject. You are not younger students. You are my colleague. You are doctor after 2 or 3 years. Yes, it's very important for you. Discussion. Discussion is a large text about your research. Strength and weakness. Conclusions. In these sections, the relevant results of the study should be compared with the scientific evidence available in the literature, avoiding repeating ideas or concepts previously maintained. The meaning and interpretation of positive or negative results should be explained. This is the place for a new proposal to be suggested, and the strengths and the weakness of the study clearly stated. The discussion should end with the main conclusion of the study. Acknowledgement and conflict of interest. Its spatial appendix sometimes good journals in rules for authors write, please potential authors write about letter about conflict, please write letter about conflict of interest. Usually at the end of the discussion and before references, the authors includes information about the financial support of the study, acknowledgement that state the possible conflict of interest. Usually European researchers and Asian researchers write acknowledgement to grant organization and donor organization for supporting us. It's sometime, for example, I as head of research group. I wrote acknowledgement to my assistants or my colleagues from another countries or my students sometimes, or for my acknowledgement of my dean or manager, etc. But each of my co-authors must be with me as authors of my articles. But American researchers sometimes urge thank you and an acknowledgement to their friends and for their parents. Today is particularly important to check the possible conflict of interest declared by the authors in order to determine the credibility of the publication. And research data presentation, write only what you know to be true, practice humanity, avoid ambiguities and double meaning. Okay, it's a short information about scientific research, but about scientific research and about each topic, each chapters of scientific research, we'll talk about next week. But now I want to repeat with you some very interesting and very needing information from our presentation. In the next week, I ask you prepare some questions, because these questions will be in your midterm, your final exam, and you know who and scientific reasoning stage 2. You know what is a presentation, and this time in the schedules of this subject, you should again prepare one presentation, and scores of this your presentation will be 20 marks. It's very good for you because your marks will be increased. And for this, you should know what is bibliographic database system. To next week, you should register in PubMed. You should have account of PubMed. The next week, I will ask you what is a bibliographic database. Procedure of searching scientists. You should show your screen, and you can search articles in PubMed or another database. In the next week, you should know about information searching in scientific database. It's a topic. What is keywords? You learned in the previous stage. What is keywords? Keywords is indicator of your research interesting, yes? For example, I am rheologist and my focus on rheology, blood flow, blood cells. And for me, keyword will be rheology, blood, plasma, etc. For example, you are cardiologist, and for you, your interest and the keyword of your interest area will be, for example, atrial fibrillation, hypertension, heart infarct, etc. Yes. Authors, first name, last name, initial. You can search without keywords, but with author's name. It's very important. You can find article with scientific journal. For example, I I know and I like journal, but for example, series of biomechanics, yes, but I did not know author's name. I did not know concurrently title of article, and I can search with title of journal, and you can search with title of university. In the next week, you should have information what is a web of knowledge, Thomson Reuters. It's a high-class database system. What is Web of Science? What is Scopus? What is Medline? What is PubMed? What is the Savior? It's special for dentists, special for dentists. Not only dentists, is a researcher of the stomatology dentist area. And what is Simago? I have a special note for you. Simago is a database system. Simago and journal country rank. It's a special portal that includes the journals and country scientific indicators development from the information contained in the Scopus database. In the end of our meeting, I will share my screen with Scopus. Google Scholar. Why Google Scholar is very easy. What is DOI? I think you know, because we have discussed about what is DOI, and this question was in your final exam and in your midterm. It's very easy question. And what is ORCID? In the next lecture, we will start with what is ORCID. Okay, so now I will share my screen. Do you have my screen with Simago?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
For example, series of biomechanics. You can see it's journal here. Therefore, this journal is good. Now you can see home. For example, United States. It's an American journal. Journal ranking. American and England journal, yes.
Yes.
Q1, it's the best journal. Show us the journal is the best. It's the best. or regions and countries, you can search, for example, Afghanistan. They have a journal from Simago. Austria. You have. Okay. Is not database system. It's a spatial rank journal and country website. It's all, my dear. I think our lectures and practical classes will be interesting and very easy for you because you ended science reasoning stage 1, stage 2, yes, and you know I'm supporting you always, yes, in the lecture, in the practical, in the exam, yes. And I ask you after our lecture, you should check your Moodle, and sometimes you can find some my note of some might ask and some questions for you, okay? I'm happy that we are together again. And thank you very much, my dear.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very much
Thank
for
you,
your report.
doctor.
Thank you again. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Doctor.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Good day and good week. And I hope that our communication will be the best at the like as partner communication and like as colleagues communication. Yes.
Yes, I
Yes,
have.
okay.
Bye. Thank you again.
Thank you.